So here's the idea that I have for Free Leads Friday. And it's a little bit of a stretch to under the Free Leads Friday umbrella, but I'm going to share it regardless. And I'll maybe even show a couple of things. My in-laws, they live down the street. They had dinner last night with longtime family friends. And we're like our family. Actually, the daughter of their family friends was the flower girl at my wife and I's wedding. So we've known them for very long. And on the way home, my father-in-law calls and says, "Hey, I'm gonna use a different name. George is looking for a property in these couple of areas. He wants I don't know why 12 to 20, but he specifically said 12 to 20 acres. I don't know why not 10 to 20, but he specifically said 12 to 20 acres. It could have, if there's not a house, that's fine. If there's a more modest house, that's fine. It doesn't have to be some estate home kind of thing. And quite honestly, or part of it was he wants to be able to, if the whole family wants to live on the homestead, to have their own little thing, right? And so that got my gears turning. That's obviously a very unique and specific thing that they're looking for. And so what I'm going to do, and I'll do a little bit of this here just to get your gears turning maybe, is, try to strategically find some properties that fit that criteria and reach out to them. Hey, I've got a client that's looking for a property like yours. Have you any thoughts of selling anytime, now or anytime in the near future? And go ahead, Ryan. I'm going to pull up
that even when that property exists in the MLS. You do it in addition to for that buyer.
Right, exactly. Obviously I would look that, but he's a pretty savvy, right? If there was something on the MLS that fit what he was looking for, he would have already been pursuing it, right? He's savvy, which tells me obviously there isn't much on there. Now, the first thing that you might do though is not just look for active, look for past expired properties. And you could look back for as long as your MLS tracks it.
And withdrawns.
So that would be the easiest place. Now, my head immediately went to, how can we go and find properties that don't fit that? They've never been, they're not listed, whatever. And so the two tools that I'll briefly just show and even demonstrate how we might find those opportunities and how we could reach out for free. And then if you, want to throw a little gasoline on the fire. So if you have Bright, and I know other MLSs too, I think, what's the one down by you, Ryan?
Stellar. Yeah.
Stellar. I was going to say Star. Stellar. I believe Stellar has access to where you get Remine with your MLS. Bright anyway. And so you could go into Remine. I thought I was already logged in here, so sorry. You can go into Remine, which is just a property, database sort of search functionality. And I can pull up properties in the area that fit the criteria of George, quote unquote. And while this is loading up, you may have a relationship with a title company, and you could give the title company the property criteria. They may be able to pull you a list. I've got folks in my organization that have had success with that, leveraging that asset, right? Title companies want to earn your business. And so, a lot of times they have access to this data. You may have access to the data right in your MLS, the tax record data. Okay. I just, in some cases it's hard to get a little bit more strategic with that. So I'm in Remine. I'm going to do a quick little search here. I'm just going to do a polygon search around the general area. I don't know why it's doing that to me. There we go. And I'm going to clear. Oh no, I got to clear the filters here. I must have been doing some other search. So now I've got just the polygon. It's 9,000 results. And I'm going to go advanced 9,083 results. I'm going to go advanced search, and I'm going to do status. What am I doing?
Buyer withdrawn.
I'm going. I just off market. I'm going to do
Oh,
off
okay.
market. Off market. I don't know why it was doing that. And then yeah, okay. So that's the right one. Building type. I'm going to go single family, and then really the most important thing here is the lot size. And I always forget where some of these criteria are. And don't tell me Remine can't do that for me.
Control F that page a little.
Land.
Oh yeah.
Land lease amount. Land lease.
Lot or acreage. Yeah.
Lot number. Well, son of a gun. I should have confirmed that.
Well, no, lot size in square feet.
Oh, there we go. Okay, there we go. So
now you got to do your
yeah,
63,000.
so
Somebody chat and let us remind us from real estate school how many square feet are in an acreage. Is like 43, 568, 6356 something.
Yeah, it's something. I'm going to do times 44. I'm going to do
Square
12
feet.
times 42. So I'm going to say
43,560.
52,000.
I'm doing the math for you. It's 522,720 to be exact. That's 12 acres.
Wait, 500? What did I know?
522,720 square feet. And somebody watching, let me know if I did this wrong, but I multiplied 43,560, which is the square foot in an acre, times 12. 522,720. And then the 20 times would be 871,200, but you can go up to 1,000,000 or whatever. Yeah. 871,200. Yep.
880? Is that?
Well, I don't think just do it by acreage. I guess it's.
No, it's. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Don.
I don't know. Anyway, I've come up with 126 possible.
Don wins the chicken dinner. I think I was close in one of my first guesses, but
you were. Yeah. I mean, it was pretty close. Now I could also. Here's why I like Remine. If you have access to Remine, I could say I only want the ones that have a medium or high sell score. And
yeah,
you don't need to know how they come up with that. Who cares? They have like algorithmic data. In this case, it's a list.
I bet you it's just itch cycle. It's just what's the average? How often do people move and who's closest to that time?
Well, I mean, I can tell you that Remine says that that's not it. Now that might be one of the data points, but they claim that they have over 178 data
it's
points.
Never as sophisticated as they want you to think it is.
Well, fair enough.
Having lived on that side.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. So I've got 126 results. Now, what could I do from the free perspective? Well, I could commit to reaching out to 10 of these a day, which means in 2.5 weeks, I will have reached out personally to every single one of them. Now, what if you don't have data? Like if I go to the list results here, some of these, if you click on them and you go to owners and associated people, it will give you some information on their name and contact info. Okay. Some of them they don't. So free leads Friday.
You can export
platforms. What's that?
You can export too, right?
You can export this data as well. So that's where I was going next. But I want to honor the free leads Friday theme and then tell you what I am actually going to do.
You're gonna pay leads Friday with Thanks.io?
I'm gonna pay leads Friday, yes. But cool. If I want it, let's say, and I could find one that doesn't have this. I just don't want the show to drag out unnecessarily. But you get one where it has the name but no information. Well, you can go to places like truepeoplesearch.com, which is free. You can go to thatsthem.com, which is also free. Although I think if you do, I don't know, if you go over a certain number of searches a day, they'll start charging you. There are plenty of free places that you can do skip tracing to find information, contact information, or details, with these folks. Okay. Now, what I think is better, or at least can be done in conjunction with manually reaching out to these folks, is sending them a golden letter. I don't know why it's called for some reason there's like I don't know. It's the I have a buyer is the one but some people refer to it as the golden letter. I don't know why or how that got termed that. But I would simply say, I forget what that guy's name was. Let's say it's Roger. Hey, Roger, would you consider selling your property at 6 Lions Lane to my client, George and Betty? I would put their specific name in there to make it feel legitimate, because it is legitimate. And I would use thanks.io to send that. I would use their letter template to send that. And that, in conjunction with emailing and or calling or texting, is how you can uncover opportunity and identify. The title of today's show is finding off-market listing opportunities or something.
Yeah, and if you did this for an hour a day, that could be your whole marketing plan in general. You don't need much else.
Yep.
Just something like this that you do consistently.